Welcome to all to KSN Structural Engineering classes. This is an information class regarding the upcoming course multi-storied building project using ETABS and SAFE. First, I'll give little details about this course. This will be online course. The course will start on 19th of June 2022. That is from today around 2 weeks later. Live class timings as per IST will be, it is a weekend class. Saturdays 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Sundays 5 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And course duration will be approximately 80 hours, maybe little more if required, but not less. Those who want further details, see, I prepared a brochure, but actually whatever is in the brochure, everything I written here so that I can explain all the terms. But still in a printed form, if you want details, you can send a message through WhatsApp to this number, or any further inquiry or a clarification if required, you can call this number 80886-03637. Regarding the course fee, etc., I won't talk in the class because I never talk about that thing in the class. That you can get in the brochure. Go through brochure, you get. And further, in the brochure, in the end, in the note, I have written around 125 hours of structural design classes. Very useful for thoroughly understanding the design principles and for becoming a competent structural engineer is available with the nominal fee I mentioned there. I will give clarification for that one little later here. There only it is mentioned, so clarification, there again I written there. Go through YouTube course or class for details for that one. I will tell at the end of the course regarding that one. Okay. Now, before I tell anything about the course, around 4-5 months earlier, I started a course that is professional training for building design using ETABS and SAFE along with the basic structural knowledge. See, basic structural knowledge is very important. Without having structural knowledge, you cannot go for design. So, you should have thorough structural knowledge, understand all behavior of all the structural components, and then only you become competent structural engineer. For that one, so there I mentioned there are two parts. Part 1, basic knowledge. Part 2 is what I am starting now, that is software side. Here also you can see two parts. These two parts are not those two parts. Their first part is basic knowledge. Already over, I told 125 hours. And now second part of that, what I mentioned earlier, that is software side. Here two parts are there. I will explain this one. Here I will explain what is that one. Now, at that time, some people, they asked me, we want only software side, structural knowledge. We are having very good structural knowledge. Okay, well, agreed. But many people joined for that course because they wanted basic structural knowledge and also software side. Now, I forgot to introduce myself. I think you will be knowing because by so many classes, see, KSN Structural Engineering classes, I opened a channel where I uploaded many classes. Even so many design examples, very useful for you, and even SFD BMD course and so other courses are running there, including some mathematical concept. You can go through channel name KSN Structural Engineering classes. KSN is my name, K. Shankaranarayana. Regarding experience all, I won't tell here. You can see the brochure, there you get it. At that time they told, we want a software part. So I told them, wait for some time, at least some 3-4 months. Let me finish first the basic part, that is structural knowledge. Then when I start software, I will inform you. Now time has come. Now I will first tell, what is this 125 hours? In this 125 hours, classes already over. Those who joined the course earlier, for them, they all attended live. It was live classes only, same timing. It is all basic fundamentals of structural knowledge like equilibrium, load transfer, action and reaction, it comes there. Then section forces like axial force, shear force, bending moment, torsion. Regarding section forces, I might have talked there for 3-4 hours because very powerful. Lot of principles are there in the structural engineering field. All those. Then analysis of determinate structure, how to draw a safety BMD, and then further design of beams, design of columns, design of slabs, design of footing, everything is done there. Actually, columns and footing, it is available in YouTube only. Recently, few part of that one I made public in YouTube. You can see in the same channel, go to playlist and see RCC design part there. You can have very good source there for design of columns and footing, which is just today only it's over. Now, here in this 125 hours, everything is covered thoroughly so that anybody who is going for a structural engineering design part, design field, he will have required sufficient knowledge. I tried my level best to give as much knowledge as possible within the limitation of what it is a somewhat introduction, or it is not that it is a systematic means what all basic derivations are not done, but all principles are told. That is what is required. Now further come to present course. Now I am starting ETABS and SAFE. Here two parts are there. Part 1, thoroughly understanding ETABS and SAFE. See, before you go into actual project, second part is main part of the course, designing a ground plus 5 multi-storied building using ETABS and SAFE and detailing of reinforcement. Now, what is the two parts I will tell now. Part 1 will make you fully familiar with the ETABS and also structural part also. See, there. Before that, I will tell you why it is required. See, without knowing any basic idea or details of the ETABS and SAFE, if you directly start project, then you will be nowhere there. You cannot make out when some display comes there, what is the meaning of the display, or if any mistake is made by you, you will not be knowing it. But if you have got a basic knowledge, suddenly you realize, oh, something wrong. I think I made a mistake. Some loads are missing or some properties given wrong. All those things you can make out if you first to go through all various parts of the ETABS. So here, introduction to ETABS and SAFE. That I can't tell what introduction, I will tell at that time. Local global coordinates, very important. Sometimes you have to use local coordinates, sometimes global. When you give sectional properties, it is with respect to local. Local 1, then local 2, local 3. The meaning will be there. Then local global coordinate, when you have to use local coordinate, when you have to use global coordinate. Further information, I will start in the course. Creating joints, members with the property and support. Just for example, suppose you want a simply supported, or you want a beam, simply supported beam. Just to simply understanding, you have to first create these 2 points, that is joints. How to create those 2 points? Then you create this member. For example, imagine it is a rectangular section or some loading is there here, see, of 200 width millimeter and 600 depth millimeter. And imagine M30 concrete and FE 500 steel you are using. Now, in STAD Pro, you first create the member, then assign properties. In ETABS, not that way. When you create the member, you create it with the property. So when the member is created here, properties are already there with it. So what you have to do is, you have to create this beam property means width 200, depth 600. How to create that one or give input? How to activate M30 and see that the material becomes M30 concrete. FE 500 steel. And remember, if you are using FE 500 steel as per IS code, for bending you have to use Fy equal to 500 Newton per mm square, but for shear you have to use 415 Newton per mm square. Therefore, how to activate that both of them simultaneously, that all will come there. Like that, material properties. So once you create this beam with the properties, you can create this beam here. Then you have to assign the supports there. Simple support, how to assign, or fixed support, hinged support, all that will come. Now, like that, how to create not only beams, how to create the slab, how to create a column, how to create a footing slab, And in the footing slab, how to place the column. If pedestal is there, how to place pedestal, how to assign the subgrade reaction, that is from soil, all properties will be there. Assigning different types of loads like UDL or point load or UVL, whatever you require. First we will do all basic calculation or basic part. Suppose you want to apply a UDL, see, for a beam of length 10 meter. Just to understand, I want UDL of 60 kilonewton per meter, which starts, see, this is 2 meter, this is imagine 5 meter. If you assign the UDL, you should tell the software where UDL starts from here at 2 meter, where UDL ends here, not from here to here, from here 7 meter. How much is the intensity? 60 kN per meter. Then if you assign, you can see on that beam, this load will be displayed. So like that, how to place point load wherever you want, like member loads are there, joint loads are there, all those things, how to assign wall load, how to assign floor load, how to assign load for a footing slab from column, that all will be coming, assigning different types of loads and creating all load combinations. Dead load plus live load as working load, 1.5 DL plus 1.5 LL for limit state method, that is for factored load, or when you consider earthquake, 1.5 DL plus 1.5 different types of earthquake loads, or 1.2 DL plus 1.2 LL plus 1.2 earthquake load, all those will be coming load combinations. Some of the load combinations are available by default there. If it is available by default, you can use it, but we will create. And analysis and design of various structural components like beams, slabs, columns and footing. See, I underlined here independently. This is the most important. Why independently? I'll give a simple example for you. You want to drive a car. You cannot get into a car, start driving, and then ask during driving, where is the clutch, where is the brake, and where is the accelerator, where is the steering, where is the ignition all. You can't ask those things there. Or where is the handbrake. You should first understand correctly, clutch, where is brake, where is gear, where is handbrake, everything, ignition, all, independently. So what you will do is, independently beam, independently slab, independent column and footing. That's all will create, including combined footing. Independently, if you create and thoroughly understand the analysis and design output by software, how this output comes in software. When your software gives bending moment diagram, you should know what is the meaning of that one, how is the variation of BM or SF. Further, I will not tell because this is not a class. You can see that course there, SFD BMD, in the channel. You can see how much importance I give for all minor, small things. That way you will learn. So when you understand all these thoroughly, then you are in a position to go to building design. Otherwise, if you directly go to building design, some display will come, you will not be knowing what happened there. Or if still someone will sit in a design office, you seeing that number, you put the reinforcement. You are doing a clerical job, not structural engineer's job. Or if anything is wrong, if you got a basic knowledge, you can make out immediately. So therefore, like when you learn all the driving parts independently and learn, then you can start driving. See, when you drive there, you never think where is the brake or where is the clutch, where is the gear or where is the accelerator. Without, sometimes you talk with your neighbor there, person who is sitting behind, and still you drive. Why? Naturally. That natural feeling should come only, that will come only when independently you know each and everything. So that all I will cover here. Next, detailing of reinforcement for various structural components as per code. Sufficient here. These are all the pre-requirements. This everything will be told systematic way, so that by the time you come to part 2, you will have 100% grip on the software. So, and also along with that one, you will have sufficiently good structural knowledge. Some of the designs in that 125 hours, I skipped it so that I can do it here. So that is extra benefit for you. But if you join the only software side, you are supposed to know some basic part. That I will tell in the end of the class. Then part 2, main part of the course, designing a G+5 multi-story building using ETABS and SAFE and detailing of reinforcement. Complete building design means as if you are a consultant. Some you get a building project. Yes, you should be in a position to complete a design and give the output there, or should prepare the drawing, detailing of reinforcement and all required drawings sent to the site. For that one, good knowledge is required, like how to fix the beam position. First, you should know how to fix the beam position or column positions all. Then that is called layout. And then how to fix beam cross section, how to fix column cross section. That all you get idea from the basic structural knowledge. And some of the parts are covered in, I told earlier course, what I had done so far. Lot of structural concepts are told there. All together, you will be able to get the requirement. But in case you come only software, little portion I will tell. It is not that everywhere I will tell you just do one thing, you have joined only software, so structural knowledge, don't ask anything. I will tell, but there is a limitation. Okay. Now, further, when I operate all this one, see, everything here, you can as much go for hands-on. So many want hands-on. Means you can have laptop ready. I will do in such a slow speed, not this way. This is little fast I am talking because I do not want to consume more time. See the course there, how slowly I talk. I never tell fast this way. I tell very, very slowly so that you can simultaneously work on the laptop and along with me when I show all details or everything in software, you can simultaneously, you can finish same thing by along with me. That is called hands-on. But I usually suggest don't do it. You first listen what I tell, correctly understand. If required, make some small notes. Then after the class is over, go to the recording once again, make all the notes. Then little later, then slowly go to the recording will be there. Slowly go through the class and prepare the model. And what all I told, you carry out that one, then you get the firm grip. Then practice. So that is anyway for this project. Here, everything will be told, layout, beam layout, column layout, fixing size of the different members, different components, and then earthquake also will be there, dead load, live load, earthquake, everything will be there. And then finally executing the design part by software and output, seeing the output, go for reinforcement detailing, everything will be there in that course. So around 50% of the course time is required for this one only, around 50%. Then analysis for earthquake, I will do by two methods. One of them, equivalent lateral force method. Some people call static method, simple method. You can use it for simple small structures, but heavy structures all. You can go for dynamic analysis by response spectrum method, where you consider the P delta or mode shape all you consider there. That all I will tell in that class as the time comes. I think furthermore, I don't have to tell about the course. Those who already know me, some are already inquired, they know about my teaching. And any clarification if you want, you can call me, either message or call me. If you message me, I will send you the brochure, that's all. Clarification if you want, you have to call me only. Now, see, that 125 hours I will mention now. That will be available only for those who want it. So, they will be, I have mentioned the fees for the course in the brochure. Then I mentioned there, for those extra classes, that is not extra, not small, around 125 hours, that is all these 5-6 months, what all I have taken, everything, that recorded form will be available for a very nominal fees. So you can see there, and then you decide what you want. If you want to join for only software part, or no, some will decide that way. I want to gain good structural knowledge. Time will be there, see 19 June. And when I start 19 June, it will take 2-3 weeks to finish so reach somewhere here, 2-3 weeks. So you get around 1.5 month time. During that time, you can go through those recorded classes and understand everything. Recorded class also very slowly I have done. Every principle is told there. So that way you decide what you want now. Those who want the brochure, you just send me message for me, details, that's all. Or anything else further, you can call me. Furthermore, I don't have to tell anything. because this is not the class for structural part. This only I told information class or details of the course I am going to conduct. So class will start on, I mentioned here, 19th June 2022. Okay. Now I will close this class now. Those who are joining the course, we will meet on 19th of June, that comes on Sunday. Okay. Thank you.